welcome y'all. I would have the original setup, the original intro, but this is a new PC, and we're just winging it. He hit me up. It's late at night. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Let's do a podcast. Come on over." So
something like that.
This is probably one of the best people we can have over to have a podcast with right now, honestly. Your boy I think. So how's life been? He's essential.
Life's been busy, very busy. I'm an ICU nurse. I won't say where I'm at, but I'm an ICU nurse. I've got 10 years in healthcare, so down here in New Orleans, one of the worst spots for what's going on, all things considered. It is what it is, What you want to know? What you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I see it face to face every day. Like, the elephant in the room is obviously COVID. So, it is what it is. I've dealt with it since it's been 6 weeks now. I think 2 days ago made 6 weeks for New Orleans for our outbreak. We're behind Seattle and New York come around the time we did. So, I've pretty much worked nonstop since then. So, whatever you want to talk about, we can.
It's fun. It's fun.
We can relay my opinion on it.
It's fun. Relax your shoulders and settle into Corey's Cave chatter. So, basically, I want to know, what do you do when you have a little while off when you're done with?
I've not been off.
He's not been off, ladies and gentlemen.
I've had a total of, I think, 4 days off since this happened. Some nurses, give or take, have had more or less. We've had a high demand for nurses in the area, so those of us that live here and can give our time, we work. And we've had a lot of agency nurses. My employer specifically have brought in over 100 for what's going on. Some nurses may have time off. That's great. Power to them, according to what discipline they work. But if the nurses that are in critical care that are dealing with this, what's going on day to day, they don't have time off. So last night was off for me. 9 or 10 days from now, I'll have 2 days off, and then we'll continue that cycle for however long it lasts.
All right, I do have one question. So when you sign up to be a healthcare worker, is there I've read on multiple things that there's a contract where you have to sign.
There's no contract. You have an expectation. I really don't know what kind of contract whatever exists.
Even for RNs?
No, there's no contract. You're expected to uphold a standard of care, and if your standard of care is,
so that's not a contract?
No, I've never signed a contract ever. I'm not.
I don't know why these people are talking about that.
There's
literally signed a contract.
There's a lot of misinformation on the internet. If we uphold
there's a lot of people freaking out, and I can't blame them for that. But yeah. I heard about the contract, so I brought it up.
So if you sign on as a contract worker, you have a contract, and you have to fulfill it. But as a standard staff nurse at a hospital, I have no contract to uphold. I have nothing to. I really don't know how to go with this, but I have nothing to give as far as that goes. I have a job description that was in my when I interviewed. I have a job description to uphold, but outside of that, there's nothing spiritual as far as there's nothing. I'm doing what I do today, what I would have done 4 weeks ago with any other patient. There's nothing unusual. There's nothing out of the ordinary as far as our day-to-day life. What is different is we do have a lot of one patient that has one type of disease process that we have to plan for. We have to wear certain equipment for, but as far as a contract goes, no. No, that's not a thing. Like, at least not for me. Now,
All right.
if you come from a different area, if you're coming from New York to New Orleans, you may have to sign a contract because you're a contract nurse. Your contract will say how many days that you have.
Yeah,
that
maybe
you're
it was
there.
traveling nurses.
Exactly.
I don't know.
No, exactly. It'll say like how many days you're there, how many hours in that amongst that month that you're there, or month and a half or whatever, whether it's 6 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. It'll say how many shifts that you work, and it'll say like so what you have to uphold. But those existed prior to this virus. So contract nurses were a thing prior to this. So like, no, me personally and nobody I've worked with have signed a contract that says like you may die and you may that's not a thing at all.
Okay, cool. Thanks for clearing that up, because a lot of motherfuckers on Twitter were saying shit like that.
Now
I
cannot
it's
speak.
what, is this the military?
I can't speak for New York.
No, I was talking about RNs.
Yeah,
they seem like they're
state to state.
I signed up for this. I have to do this.
State to state, things changes.
But I mean,
things change with nurses.
Hey man, Twitter's a whole nother fucking universe. Goddamn.
What happens in New York?
It's not reality.
It's not going to happen in Louisiana, because state to state nurses and their laws and what goes on it changes. So I will say in Louisiana, nurses are very well taken care of. We are now. New York, I've read things, I've seen things, whatever goes on with up there with their patients.
Oh, so specify what you're saying on the podcast. You're saying what's happening in New York is not going to happen here. That's what you're saying, or is that what you think?
No, as far as what I'm referring to now.
Okay.
Each state has their own laws governing nurses. They all have their own Bureau of Nursing or whatever they want to call it. Whether it's Board of Nursing, Bureau of Nursing, whatever. And each state allows what they want to allow. So if the nurses in New York or the nursing board in New York wants to allow a certain thing, a certain level of protection for their nurses, then Rhode Island, Mississippi, Louisiana, California, they all don't have to fall in line. So what I'm experiencing now in Louisiana, a nurse in Mississippi may or may not experience. A nurse in New York may or may not experience. It changes state to state. So I can't fully comment on nationwide.
It does. That's
what
scares me about the United States. It's like we're united, but we're not. So let me ask you something real quick. Mardi Gras, it was February 25th. Mm-hmm. Did you have any speculation about...
No.
You didn't have any clue about the corona?
Nope.
Oh, man. I did. I didn't go fucking anywhere.
So with Mardi Gras...
you had no idea about coronavirus?
No, I knew about it. As a healthcare provider, I knew very much about it.
You didn't take it serious?
I didn't. So the way Mardi Gras happened...
I stayed my ass right chill. Every parade.
I'm glad. So the way that worked out was around that time prior to, actually, I don't know the exact dates, but like a little bit before we had our outbreak in the Pacific Northwest.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle specifically.
Where it started fucking popping off.
So,
I think they traced it back to December 29.
Exactly.
Worst case.
With us in our area, we didn't hit our outbreak until about, and I don't know exact days. I'm not going to sit and try to act like I know exact days, but it was roughly about 2 weeks after Mardi Gras, which is the incubation period for this virus. Do I think Mardi Gras is I'm not going to say it's the reason we have this down here. No, I'm not going to say it's the exact reason.
It's not the reason.
Is it the vector? Yes, absolutely. It is the vector.
Not the reason.
It brought it here. It helped it.
It was a hotbed. It was waiting to happen. It was an orgy for viruses.
It was. There's a lot of people.
I fucking knew about it.
There's a lot of people in a dense area. It's a dense area of people. And you take that, and it's a lot of people with underlying health issues.
People drunk, breathe.
The people that went to Mardi Gras probably were not affected. Most were probably not affected. But you take that, and then those people disperse into the area, And there's a very high population density for us, and there's a very sick population. There's a lot of hypertension, there's a lot of diabetes, there's a lot of obesity.
Oh, here?
Exactly. That's exactly it. So you take that, and do I think Mardi Gras is a vector for the hotbed? Yes. I don't blame Mardi Gras specifically because I think it would have happened eventually, but was Mardi Gras what brought it on? Absolutely.
I blame it. I mean, you said you didn't look at it that way. I looked that way. I
think Mardi Gras facilitated the.
I think
expedited what eventually would have happened.
I'm fucking paranoid about shit. I've been tracing the virus since maybe like January 15th.
I don't have anything specific to tell you. I don't have anything as far as I can say.
It's fine. You don't have to tell me.
But however, I was told, I've heard through the grapevine, that a lot of folks that tested positive across the country, one of their places of travel was in New Orleans because of Mardi Gras. They came down here, they did what they did,
dude.
They left, and then they tested positive. Now, whether they had the virus or not prior to, I don't know. They don't know. You'll never know. This is a brand new virus we've never dealt with before.
Yeah, it's
so
novel.
We think we know the incubation period, but we really don't. But they come down here, and then they traveled out to their communities, and then they tested positive, and then when they were asked in their questionnaire with their healthcare provider, New Orleans was the place they came and went.
There's people in Arkansas. I went to fucking Mardi Gras and I came back with the virus.
Did you bring it, or did you bring it? Did you take it there, or did you bring it back?
They don't know.
Nobody knows.
That's why I didn't go to one fucking parade.
What's sad is the population
Fuck
here.
that.
The population here suffered because all the people that came down here for the parade, they're people that could afford to travel. They're obviously their health allows them to travel. They came down here with it, whether they travel with it or not. They came down here and then they left. And what happened was the population here, the diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity, the low socioeconomic status, these people suffered.
I mean, you could say that, but it's also, you could just say ignorance. There's a lot of ignorance here.
There is a lot of ignorance, but...
And it's like, oh, we gonna party, whatever.
No, and I'm not...
Black, white, rich, poor.
I'm not
it's
denying
not...
that.
It's
I'm not denying
everyone.
It. But I've seen this virus face to face.
Oh, we got good immune systems, man. We fucking drink
what it
Bourbon
preys
Street,
on,
you know.
It doesn't prey on
people
you
are
and
dumb.
I. It doesn't prey on you and I. It does not prey on us. It preys on the people that have diabetes, that have hypertension, that have obesity. So we have a lot of that.
Pre-existing conditions.
Exactly. So we have a lot of that in our area. And
But it can fuck up ignorant people too.
It can. It can.
Or give it to an ignorant person. You can go home with someone.
I don't argue that at all. And that can facilitate the further spread of it. But I feel like that
he knows what he's talking about. Y'all listen to him.
New Orleans was a powder keg for what was going on. What could have happened?
It's a good way to say it.
It was a powder keg. You know,
that's a good way to say it.
That's why we're not seeing this in Midland, Texas. That's why we're not seeing this in...
There's your camera. Look at that camera.
Hey.
When you talk, look at that phone.
That's why we're not seeing this in some of these other areas, is because we were a powder keg to begin with. We were a hotbed.
We were a fucking bomb waiting to blow. We were a nuclear warhead with a fucking dildo with a grenade strapped on it, motherfucker.
We were a tourist attraction with a massive foundation of underlying illness.
Don't listen to me. Listen to him.
We brought in a lot of people that could have that may or may not have. I'm not saying it.
No, I'm saying it.
But they may or may not have carried this virus here and then exposed.
What are you saying? Why will you not just say it?
Per capita, that's why our death rate is so high. That's why it's either above last. I don't even know.
All right, he don't want to say it. I'll say it. Us. Oh, sorry. The mic just went to red. Us and New York City are the highest because of JFK Airport and Mardi Gras.
I don't argue that.
Literally suck my dick if you disagree. Fuck you. Welcome to Corey's Cave Chatter.
But New York, you look at New York and compare it to New Orleans, they're not that much different. They have a very high population density. There's people stacked on top of each other. They're homeless.
Port cities.
They're port cities. They're travel cities. They're tourist cities. But that's not even the point. Like, that's not. There's a lot of port cities. There's a lot of tourist cities in the country. We have a lot of homeless and poor and sick people in these areas. And that's what this situation takes advantage of more than anything else. This is not people that are healthy, they're young. It can be. I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
But it can be.
There's been motherfuckers dying of all ages.
But exactly. But your most common people that this takes advantage of is your hypertension, your diabetes, these people that lived off of Debbie cakes their entire life. They're stacked on top of each other. So somebody comes in their neighborhood that's got this virus. Somebody comes in their neighborhood and they may not have symptoms, but they come into the neighborhood and it's stacked up like however many people per square foot.
I gotta throw that away, bitch. That's my crack right there.
There's so many people per square foot. Oof. And if even like one person per however many square foot has an underlying illness, that person gets this virus, they become a problem for healthcare. And then before you know it, this entire block has 6 people. Well, after that, each block has 6 people. 100 blocks, 600 people. Now your healthcare system is.
Some people just
strange.
Don't understand. Like, it's literally multiplication.
It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
It is. It's like, oh, hey, here's 2 times 2. There you go. There's 4.
The most frustrating thing about this entire situation is it's not treating it. It's not at all, because that's my job. That's everybody else's job that does this. It's not treating.
Hold on. I should have brought you with the mask, man. What you doing? You good?
I'm fine. You good?
No. No, I'm good.
But
is he good? Y'all think he's good?
I think I'm fine. It's not treating it. It's not treating it, because I probably have better hygiene day to day. I think your hygiene is excellent, but I think mine's probably better because of what I do and how I look at it.
He's just saying that because I've been drinking for like 6 hours.
Try to take advantage of them.
16 hours.
But yeah, like the most frustrating thing is you look on social media and Twitter, and this apparently is a hoax. It's a false whatever. It's a conspiracy theory. It's not. It's not. This is real.
It's not.
It's happening. People are dying. Just this past month, it killed more people in a month than it did this entire past flu season. This is real. Do I think that we should
look there? Tell them that.
Do I think
look
we
there.
should shut the country down? I'm not going to get into that. That doesn't matter. That at the end of the day, it really doesn't, for my opinion. But this is very real.
It's both scary.
I'm a nurse in New Orleans. We deal with this every single day. It is very real. You may be in Midland, Texas. You may be in Kansas. You may be in Clarksville, Mississippi. It doesn't matter. Wherever
you might be one of my followers overseas. It's still real.
You may not know what this virus looks like, and I'm happy for you. I'm glad you don't. But it's very real.
I'm about to put them up. Tell them real quick.
This is not a conspiracy theory.
Tell them that real shit.
This is not a conspiracy theory. This is very real. People are dying every single day. If it doesn't affect you, it may affect somebody else that you care about. Hope it doesn't. I hope this virus goes away in 2 weeks. I hope it goes. I hope it
goes away tomorrow.
If it goes away tomorrow, I'm better off. Like,
we'd be cheering and beersing and
cruising
and boozing.
We can go back out to restaurants and everything else. But the fact of the matter is, it's
on the water.
We don't know when it's going to go away. They can predict on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. Trump
they don't
try
know
to predict it, and all these people can predict it.
And also, let me interject real quick.
Yes.
Fuck the politics about this.
So that's the other thing.
Let me say one more thing. There was a 2-week period where there was no politics. It was Americans worried about Americans.
And it was beautiful.
And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then people started fucking turning. It's like, oh, it's Trump's vote now. Yep. It was beautiful for like 2 weeks. That's all I got to say.
As somebody who treats this day to day, the politics is the most frustrating thing. There is no miracle drug. It doesn't matter what politician says what works.
It doesn't matter what happens.
There is
so with
the flu, there is no drug that treats 100% that like just knocks the flu out. There's nothing we can do for somebody that comes in 4 days into the flu course and they're getting pneumonia and they're just bad off. There's nothing. Tamiflu is no longer a thing after I think it's 48 hours. So that being said, with COVID, there's nothing that treats this virus.
it's novel.
As of now, it's novel. It's
novel.
It's very new.
And it's also mutating very fastly.
Exactly. So we don't know exactly what treats it, but so far in my anecdotal, very day-to-day, very personal experience, we don't have anything that treats it. So when politics are trying to like divide and talk about hydroxychloroquine and all these experiments, there's nothing that does it. There's nothing.
Yeah.
We're experimenting things to try to find what treats it because we don't have a vaccine. We don't have anything to create immunity with.
Yeah.
Herd immunity may be a thing later.
The honest people have told you, and you might not want to believe it, they've told you it's going to be 12 to 18 months.
Minimum.
For an actual vaccine.
So as far as treatment for the virus, once you get into the hospital, we don't really have a clear answer, and that is politicized so bad. It shouldn't be. The politics. I'm gonna withhold my opinion.
But
of that.
this hydrochloric weed got him.
Does nothing, as far as I can tell. We've seen studies so far that the side effects,
CBD.
Maybe CBD. Maybe
Dude,
what he's doing.
CBD, I promise this, CBD will what's the word I'm looking for? Disenhance the effects.
It may.
Of
It may. No, it may.
No, it will.
We can't discredit anything at this point, but we also can't factor anything in.
But we also can't push that because it's disingenuous to like, hey, I know you're suffering, you can't fucking breathe. Here, try this. But seriously, I've read online that this fucking old fucker, I'm sorry to say that, this old fucker, he had COVID and he fucking ate some CBD gummies and this motherfucker's like, he bounced back, dude. He was like 79.
I hope so. We can't do that in the hospital because CBD is not FDA regulated.
I know that's what I'm saying, man. But weed's like popping up just as much as CBD is now. It's weird.
It is.
It's weird. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what people want to hear. But however, this virus is real. It's killing people, and our economy is suffering. Yes, I know that. And I don't have a clear answer on how to resolve either one, but it's here. And if you want to believe any conspiracy theory, if you want to think that that this is a ploy by the Democrats to take out Trump, or this was I don't know if this is created in a lab. I don't know. I can't say that. I cannot say that. I can just say that because there's people in New York that are videotaping hospitals saying that these hospitals are empty, and they actually may be empty hospitals. That's fine.
Look there.
I'm looking at it. They may be empty hospitals.
I'm looking at it.
However, the hospitals in New Orleans are overall empty except for COVID patients, and they are full of COVID patients. They're not full of cardiac. They're not full of the typical patients we see day to day. People don't want to go to the hospital because they might contract COVID, which is fine.
That's fucking wild to even think about.
I'm not.
It's still wild
I'm not promoting
for
it one way or the
them,
other.
for our listeners to think about.
I'm not promoting it one way or the other. However, I can speak from my hospital.
It's like, let's say, I fucking break your fucking arm.
They don't go.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
They're only coming in until it's a very, very big life threat.
That's
crazy.
We can get. Y'all need to listen to what he's saying right now, dude.
Whether or not that's how you should treat a hospital. That's a whole different podcast we can get into. But regardless, however. The videos you may or may not see on YouTube about empty hospitals and conspiracy theories and like this is a ploy. No, it's not. It's not. Our entire hospital that I work at, I'm not going to say my employer, but our entire hospital that we work at is full. It's the last I checked, it's about 75% full.
This is crazy.
And if a smaller hospital that cannot handle this.
Thanks for listening to Corey's Cave Chatter. I'm so glad he's here. Keep talking. I'm sorry. No, I'm just happy you're here.
Well, I thought we were signing out.
No, you're good.
But these people that say these hospitals are empty, they may be empty. That may be the case. This may be a hospital that cannot handle the complexity of these patients, and they are empty because nobody goes to them for treatment, and they have no COVID patients. However, the patients that can handle the complexity of these patients, they are full. These patients are here. They're real. They're dying. They're very sick. I've been in healthcare for 10 years. This is some of the most complex patients I've ever seen in my entire career.
Can I give you a hug?
No, I don't. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you don't have to give me a hug. However,
No, give me a hug. This guy deserves a fucking hug.
But
He deserves a Chinese buffet, a fucking lobster dinner. This guy's
what
a champion.
pisses me off more than anything else, I don't get into politics anymore at my age. I don't give two shits. What pisses me off more than anything else is people it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, they're politicizing this and they're downplaying it. And yes, I hope 6 months from now we look it back and we're like, you know what, this was not a big deal. It killed a lot of people, but this didn't kill as many people. And I think that may be the case. It didn't kill as many people as we thought. However, right now at this exact moment, yes, we are full of these patients and they are suffering. And this is some of the sickest patients I've ever seen. And you can follow what you want on Facebook. You can join your anti-vax groups, and you can think this is like a ploy by China or Big Farm to get back at Trump.
This motherfucker's here. He's here in the actual place.
This is my one day off from this. This is my one day off.
Real shit.
I start 9 more days of this in a dedicated COVID ICU that's full of these patients. This is all I've been in healthcare for 10 years. For the past 6 weeks, this is all I've treated.
Hold on, just
patients.
point at that fucking screen real quick. I gotta get a screen cap.
This screen or that screen?
Either one.
I'm pointing at this one.
All right. Maybe that'll be the screen cap.
So yeah, like that's my big thing. Like, you can think what you want as far as how to handle it. That's fine. Like, everybody's gonna have differing opinions. This is a novel virus. We don't know how to handle it from clinically and socially. We really don't exactly know. All we can look back at is China forward. How do they handle it? How do they stop it? And we think China, and supposedly China's lying.
We don't need to get into that, dude.
But no, seriously.
Or else I'll really get into it.
Like,
we don't need to get into
that. As a clinician, all we can look at is China and forward. That's not just China, but like in forward. Like, because it started in China, so it's a novel virus. So all we can look at is that and forward and how we think we should react. But we don't. Is this going to be seasonal? Is there going to be a vaccine? Is this going to be something that comes and goes? Is this going to be like SARS-1? Because this is SARS-2. Is this going to be SARS-1?
SARS-2.
Is this going to be SARS-1 where it just goes away? I don't think so.
I don't know.
But we don't know anything right now. And anybody that's on MSNBC, CNN, or Fox,
don't
or
worry about
Trump,
don't worry about them.
Any of them, like what I'm saying is, if any of them tell you what you need to know about, they don't. We don't know. The top pulmonologists in Louisiana don't know.
All right. Well, part of this was to tell the people about the virus.
Yeah.
But part of it was to, get you the fuck away from the virus.
This is also, yeah.
So you can chill, man. Like
this has been my life, though. Like, this is all I've done.
I understand, but that's why I fucking invite you over here, man.
As a healthcare provider, it's exciting, and it's also scary because I'm around it every day. Like, is my mask always going to seal? Am I going to be exposed to it?
No.
I don't know.
That's wild, dude. It's wild to fucking think about.
So, it is what it is. I signed up for it. I'm here. I treat these people, so. But it's real. If you fucking think otherwise, I hate you. It's real.
Don't stress about these people, man. I love them. They're my followers, but
I love them too. And I would think anybody watching
they probably they're sensible folks,
would be open-minded enough,
or they wouldn't be watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Corey's Cave, Chad.
He's the best.
Thanks. So when all this clears up, let's just throw a month out there. Let's say everything clears up in October. What are you gonna do?
Man, I don't know at this point.
You haven't even thought about it.
I've not had a chance.
That sucks, man.
So I will say that the numbers are going down. I don't know if it's flattening the curve. I don't know what's causing it, but the numbers are going down for now. Is it going to come back in September? I don't know. Nor do my doctors that I work with now. However, the numbers are going down. The population of this patient in our hospital is decreasing. Does that make me hopeful? Yes. It's decreasing at a rapid rate. So I'm very hopeful that this is a very transient thing. In, let's say, a month. Man, like, I had, what did I have planned prior to this? I had a trip to Atlanta. I had a concert planned. I had,
a bunch of shit.
I had a week-long trip to Orlando planned, like a concert and seeing my friends in Orlando. I had a trip to Europe, man. Like, I was supposed to go to Europe for like 10 days.
That's insane.
In a week, You
know what? Fuck you for not inviting me. I'm just kidding. Next time, invite me.
We'll talk about it after this, but we're
Germany?
So Oktoberfest is canceled
because
of COVID.
All right, let's talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But
we'll talk about it afterwards. But to be honest with you, after this is over, I just want to go in public and eat food and have a beer and not be weird. Like I want to take an Uber and not everybody be wearing a mask.
I feel that I want to fucking work again, man.
Yeah. And I see, my thing is I can't even relate to anybody that may be watching this because I have work. I'm thankful for it.
Who knows? You don't know who's watching this, man. Maybe,
I don't.
Maybe some nurses are watching.
Maybe, and if you're watching it, well, hey,
thank you.
But
there's a lot of people probably watching.
There's a lot, but healthcare is a very small community in this country, and like there's a lot of people suffering right now financially, and I can't relate to that. I have a paycheck, I have a job, I'm thankful for it, and. If I was in anybody else's shoes, I may be looking forward to going back to work. Something simple as that. I may be looking forward to serving drinks or waiting tables.
I would love to do that. You can come over here. I'll make you a fire, serve you a drink, fucking make you a steak, whatever.
I may be looking forward to pushing paper. I don't know. Like there's a ton of jobs right now that's out and they're suffering and. I can't relate to it. So, like, what I may want to see in a month, they may not want to see. I know I want to see normal life. I want to see traffic again. I had to say, that's weird. No,
that is weird.
It's traffic is a reflection, of what's going on. And, like, the last 6 weeks, there's been no traffic at all. And it's been, at first, it's kind of cool. It was awesome. But now it's kind of eerie, like you drive. I drive between my work and my house in Uptown, and that 3-mile drive, there's no cars at all, and that's weird to me.
You take St. Charles,
Claiborne to, yeah.
Man, I love St. Charles, but ain't nobody on that bit.
It's nice, but man, it's gotten to where it's like now this thing hangs over you.
Why do you want traffic, dude?
This hangs over you to where it's like, okay, this is a thing. Like, yeah, like there's no traffic and you like it because it's not like there's no traffic. Okay, there's no traffic and it's a Sunday. It's like there's no traffic because there's this virus and society shut down and it's different. It's different. So I would like to see traffic again. That's just me. I want to see traffic. I want to go to a steakhouse, get a steak and oysters, and have a beer with my friends, and it not be a problem.
I just wish...
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
All right, I was about to say it. I just wish all the not stupid people would come back out. People that use their turn signals. People that don't drive 90 miles per hour on fucking...
I can't speak for that. So, I have a lit foot, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be nice too.
That'd be great.
This is gonna end at some point. It's going to end. I think so.
This podcast is gonna end too soon. Say something else. You want to go?
What you want to hear? What you want to hear? What
I don't know. I'm going to have to try to mess with that monitor a little bit. I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm going outside to smoke a Joe, try to light that fire again, and maybe eat some fucking beans.
Well,
tell them what you want to tell them.
COVID's real. Be safe. Wash your hands. And wear a mask. That's it. That's all. That's all we have to. Matter of fact, more than anything else, when you go out in public, you have to wear a mask. When you get done in public, have hand sanitizer or wash your hands. That's it. Just wash your hands for the love of God, or whatever divine power or lack of divine power you have.
But maybe say wash your hands with like hot ass water and soap for like 30 seconds.
There's plenty of YouTube videos on washing your hands. Just wash
you're
your
not
hands.
dumb.
You can't go wrong. Wash your hands.
You can just wash them longer than you think. You can't go wrong washing them longer, right?
Hey, sing the happy birthday song.
Thanks, guys. We'll check y'all next time on Corey's Cave Chatter. I'm sure he'll be back on.
I'll be back at some point.
We'll see y'all next time.
We'll follow up.
Deuces.